It wasn't. That was just an illusion of it being. No, it's not. It's parallel. My hat is uneven. It is. Look.
Nobody cares anyway.
Yeah, especially not about this team. Like, who loses by 34 points on Martin Luther King Day?
They were down 43. Let's just throw that out there.
They were.
I think
They
the biggest
were.
margin was 43 points.
But like, I didn't even have to watch that game, yo, to understand what went wrong. I didn't have to watch it.
So what went wrong? I actually didn't see it. I saw the end. I came in when it was like halfway through the third, and I was like, ugh.
Okay, I can tell you exactly what happened because I didn't watch the game because the man made me go to work
Talking
on
about the
Martin Luther.
Cavs and the Warriors, by the way.
Yeah, we're talking about the game on Monday when the Cavs got spanked. Okay.
Obliterated.
Yeah, annihilated.
Yes.
Just destroyed on their home court. And especially after the light-skinned fella said, I hope the locker room still smells like champagne.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Y'all took his comment out of context. He said, read the whole quote.
Well, okay, well,
He said it's going to feel good going back. It's going to be like, I don't know if he said nostalgia, but he said, it's, it's going to be good. It's good memories there. Hopefully it still smells like champagne.
but that's still shade.
Man,
That's still shade. It is. That's shade, that's disrespectful. And then for the
it's not
Cavs,
his fault they pop bottles
but
in Cleveland.
But what I'm saying, like for the Cavaliers to let this light skinned fella and his band of married men come in and be just blatantly disrespectful on their
And
home.
a married man.
Yes.
What?
That's disrespectful. It is, and for them not to show up in the game, that is horrible. Like, but I didn't even have to watch the game because the man made me go to work on Martin Luther King Day.
Who's the man?
The man at my workplace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The man.
The man.
Y'all know who the man is.
Y'all know who the man is. So I already know what happened. LeBron went ISO heavy because that's what he always does against the Warriors. He gets the ball in the low post, he dribbles, looks around, seeing if anybody's open, and no ball movement is going on.
Nobody's open.
You have JR.
Sounds like James Harden. So he throws up a shot.
Yeah.
Then he thinks he's fouled, so he's still at the other end of the court while everybody's running up.
LeBron
Cavs
has
getting
that
back
bad
on
too.
defense. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You can actually talk about them both when you talk about that.
Yeah,
They
you
look around
can.
for that foul, and it's
Like-
like it's not there. They're not gonna call a foul 10 seconds after the contact.
And especially if, like, what I don't understand is, like, you're not even getting back on defense and then they're scoring. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, is that
Because
play?
once you miss a shot, the Warriors are gone.
They are.
They're running.
They're running. Like, J.R. Smith, up until this season, J.R. Smith has been moving the ball a lot better. Like, he hasn't just been a spot-up shooter. Like, he's been going inside the paint. He's been hitting those floaters. He's been getting to the free throw line, but he doesn't do that against the Warriors. Like, the Cavs impose their will against everybody except the Warriors. And I don't understand that.
I think it's more so something that they have to prove. They feel like they have to prove something.
Like, they can hit all these threes
Yeah.
and they're not going to be outdone. But, I mean, it's
You
like,
can't have a shootout with Golden State.
you can't.
You're
You
not
can't.
going to win.
I mean, look at the team. Like, you can't tell me that the Milwaukee Bucks can beat the Warriors, but the Cavaliers can't. You can't tell me that the Denver Nuggets can beat the Warriors, but the Cavaliers can't.
Nuggets.
Yeah.
They just lose to. They just lost to somebody else, didn't it?
Hold on, let me see.
They lost 4.
I know it was to Milwaukee. They lost to Dallas.
They lost to Dallas?
They lost to Dallas. They lost to Dallas.
For real?
Yeah, on December 30th, right before they played Houston. And Steph Curry wasn't even
Oh,
playing.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, they don't count.
Yeah.
They don't count.
Like,
They don't count.
like, but but then at the same time, that's another thing that made me mad. Like, when the Houston Rockets played the Golden State Warriors on December 31st on New Year's Eve, Steph Curry wasn't playing then either, but we still lost by double-digit points. How?
I don't know what it is, man. Like, what is the formula to beating Golden State?
The formula, and I believe the team that would have the best shot of beating them would be the Toronto Raptors. Because of how their backcourt is set up.
They already lost.
but it was an overtime.
Steph Curry scored like 40-something points. Kyle
Yeah.
Lowry, they were having a shootout. That was a
Yeah,
good
they
game.
were. Yeah, but Toronto had an opportunity to win that game because they had a play that was at the rim and they missed the easy shot. Like, it was a play that was literally at the rim and they missed the shot. It was the guy with the fuzzy afro. I mean, if he would have hit the shot, I would have probably remembered his name a lot more.
DeRozan?
Nah, not DeRozan. It was some tall, lanky looking fella. I don't know. I can't remember his name, but he was a bench player and he missed the shot. But the point I was trying to make, that maybe not even the Toronto Raptors, but a team that has the makeup of the Toronto Raptors, meaning a skilled point guard, a skilled wing, a player, because where Steph Curry flourishes is from the fact that they can easily put him on a wing player like J.R. Smith or on Iman Shumpert. They can put him on a wing player like that because they know he's not going to be going through curls and screens and picks and all this other stuff. He's just going to stay on a spot-up shooter. Yeah. And he can play the lanes a lot better. But I mean, with him conserving all this energy on defense, he can flourish on offense. But guys, this brings us to our first topic of the day. Okay, I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but last week there was actually a poll that was done by ESPN writers, and they actually ranked the top 10 point guards. Okay, you should be seeing that right about now on your screen. Okay, and from this list, you can clearly see that Steph Curry is number 4.
This is of all time.
Of all time. Of all time. And you guys can see the list. But my biggest issue with this is, well, which one do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about the order of the list, or do you want to talk about who's left off the list first?
We can talk about who's left off the list.
Okay, let's do that. So, first and foremost, how do you have a list of the 10 best point guards, but you have Allen Iverson left off the list? Pound for pound, the best player, best point guard on the planet. Like how? Explain that. I'll wait. You said what? Huh? Oh, no. No, you don't have a list to where you leave Allen Iverson off of it. I'm sorry.
1-on-1, you put Allen Iverson against Steph Curry.
Yeah. No.
First of all, Allen Iverson, he drove the lane.
Yes.
Allen Iverson was much more aggressive than Steph Curry.
Yes.
Steph Curry cannot hold Allen Iverson. No, he couldn't hold Allen Iverson.
He can't.
Allen Iverson, he could slow down Steph Curry. Nobody stops Steph Curry.
No.
There's no Steph Curry stopper.
Right. I reserve the right to say that because the Golden State Warriors play the San Antonio Spurs on Monday.
Exactly. They still have 4 games to play against San Antonio.
And they also haven't played they also haven't played the Oklahoma City Thunder yet. Mm-hmm. They haven't. So those are 2 teams right there. And I'm sorry, if there would be 2 people who would possibly be a Steph Curry stopper, first and foremost, I'll probably say Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
I would say Kawhi Leonard. And I would also say Russell Westbrook. Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry can't hold Russell Westbrook.
He cannot hold Russell Westbrook.
That's going to affect his game. It's his lack of energy that he's going to have trying to follow this little nugget around.
But at the same time, they're not even going to put him on Westbrook. That's the sad part. They're going to put him on the shooting guard. Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen is they're going to end up putting Klay Thompson on Russell Westbrook. Mm-hmm. And then Steph Curry on the shooting guard, and he's just going to be sitting over there playing the passing lanes.
Is it Morrow?
No, he's off the bench now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's off the bench now. I can't remember, but it's nobody that's going to make Steph Curry work.
Right.
It's no one that's going to make him work. So, I'm sorry, you can't leave AI off the list. He crossed Jordan.
True.
He crossed Jordan. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. And then furthermore, how do you leave Gary Payton off the list? How?
Not in the top 10. And okay, we got Gary Payton off the list. Allen Iverson off the list. But not only that, you have Steph Curry above Chris Paul and Steve Nash
and Jason Kidd and
Zeke.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas.
Like, what? Like, my biggest...
Like I told him, okay, you put out a list, that's cool, but what is your criteria for naming these people in the order that they were named? Like, what are you basing this on?
Yeah, like, and my thing is, like, people are jumping too fast to anoint him the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Like, my criteria for the best player in the world is you being able to affect the floor on offense and on defense.
Yeah.
Like, and Steph Curry he doesn't make your life miserable on defense.
He does give effort. I will say that.
Yeah,
He's not
he
a
does.
lazy defender, but there's only so much you can do at his size. So.
Yeah, it's only so much. And I mean, when you have an awesome defensive player like Draymond Green and Andrew Bogut in the paint, and when you have
you got Iguodala on the court.
I was just about to say, when you have Iguodala, I mean, those are primarily defensive style players right there. So it's like, how can you? I don't know.
But everybody always gives effort on the Warriors. That's why
they do.
No one really points out
his deficiencies.
That Steph Curry isn't the best defender.
Yeah.
And like I said, effort goes a long way. If he tries, he's always moving. No one's gonna say, "Oh, Steph Curry isn't a good defender," like they say about James Harden. James Harden, sometimes he just gives up.
But see, should that even be part of the criteria? He tries.
Yeah,
like,
that should be a part of the criteria, because it's like, if you don't have the ability, you just don't have the ability. But if you try, you try. It's a part of the game.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you, but man, that's just.
If you don't have it, you just don't have it.
Nah, that's true.
But every now and again, you can wreak havoc based on effort alone.
I just know Russell Westbrook is gonna take it upon himself to shut Steph Curry down. I know he will. But I mean, it's like, also part of my criteria is being able to do it for a sustained amount of time. Like, all the players that he's above on this list, like, I mean, he's above Steve Nash, 2-time MVP, like assist leader. He's above Chris Paul, who's been doing it ever since he was with New Orleans and then started doing it again when he was with the Clippers. I mean, Jason Kidd, out of all people, like, he personifies what a true point guard is.
Yeah.
Like, and how can Steph Curry be number 4 above Isaiah Thomas, who has 2 championships? And Steph Curry just has 1. And people are so quick to anoint him to be that
the number 4.
Number 4 best player of all time. What? How?
I don't know, man. ESPN is going to have to tell me how they came to this conclusion.
Yeah, they are.
Seriously.
They are.
No jokes here.
Like, and then
what are you basing this off of?
Like, I heard somebody even say, yeah, well, you know, it's more than that. You know, he's good for the game. You know, he shows that people can be a family man, and his family is beautiful. That doesn't mean
nothing. Talking about family.
We're not. I mean, if you want to talk about someone having a squeaky clean record, I mean, LeBron has had a squeaky clean record.
If we were talking about family, Wilt Chamberlain wouldn't be on none of these lists.
None of them at all.
You want to talk about image outside of basketball? No.
Yeah, like,
it doesn't count.
It doesn't. Like, so, I mean, are you going by championships? I mean, because, I mean, if that's the case, why isn't Derek Fisher on this list?
Right.
Derek Fisher has 5. I mean, no, please let's stop. Please let's stop. Rondo isn't even on the list. Rondo, he can be a walking triple-double, and Rondo isn't on this list.
Easily.
And Rondo has the same amount of championships that Steph has. He's not the shooter that Steph is, but if you're looking at the quintessential point guard, that's Rondo. Like, but he's not on this list. Like, so is this a list about kissing the most ass? It's like, I mean, let's just call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Let's do that.
Is this a list about who has the most endorsements?
Yeah.
Steph Curry is number 1.
Yeah.
Steph Curry is number 1. Okay.
Like,
he has Under Armour.
He
Express.
Yeah. What else does he
State Farm.
have? Yeah, the State Farm commercials.
Just out the ass endorsements.
Like, come on, man.
Was
like,
it Old Spice? Old Spice.
Steph Curry wears Old
Oh
Spice?
no, Degree. It was Degree. You remember he had
Oh.
that?
Oh.
I think it was Degree.
Steph Curry looks like he wears Degree.
Like it was Secret.
Yeah,
Dove.
man. Light skin issues. Well, I mean.
We're talking about Steph.
Yeah.
Talking about Steph.
Yeah, not your light skin issues. His light skin issues. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But yeah, no, man. Basically, it's too soon. Is way too soon. Like, let him do this for a good period of time, and then we can go ahead and revisit this conversation.
Right.
Like let him do it for 2-3 years. I mean, because that's
He's only had 2 good years.
he has, because other than
2.5. We'll say 2.5.
yeah, because I mean,
Actually,
his last season with Mark Jackson,
okay.
and then his first season with
Kerr.
Steve Kerr, and then now under Luke Walton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke ain't coaching nobody.
Nah, he's not. He's
Steve Kerr wasn't even coaching nobody.
he wasn't
Just
like
there. It's just there.
like I don't get it. I don't. And what made LeBron a great player, what made Kobe a great player, what made Jordan a great player, what made AI a great player, is that they did it over a longer period of time. Like, everybody was getting on LeBron when he first came into the league. Like, you're doing the chalk toss, everybody's saying you're the next Michael Jordan, but you haven't proven anything.
Right.
What is Steph proven other than he's a great three-point shooter?
Speaking of that, they actually put out lists for every position.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen all of them?
Well, I mean, I saw the one for small forward, and I saw people were up in arms because LeBron was over Larry Bird.
So what do you think about that?
Oof.
I like Larry.
Yeah, I like Larry.
I think Larry Bird is in my top 5.
Yeah.
On any given day, it switches.
Yeah,
up. Your 1 and 2 stays the same, but
Yeah.
3 through 5 always change.
I mean, but at the same time, even with that list, I mean, KD was on the list. And, I mean...
What has he done?
Yeah, really. Really, like, what I really do believe...
That's why we need to know, like, what are they basing this on? What is the criteria for coming up with this list?
What I really think is now everyone is such a prisoner of the moment. Like, Steph Curry hit 10 threes in 1 quarter. He's the best point guard ever. Like...
Of course he hit 10 threes in 1 quarter. He wasn't playing with Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, like...
93, 94.
Like,
Pistons.
he wasn't
Like, come on,
playing
man.
them, like...
Well, nobody punching you in your stomach when you're trying to go up for the shot without a foul being
like,
called.
none of that, man. Come on. Like, being a point guard to me is way more than just shooting the ball.
Yeah. And we're not going to blame the fact that he's in a different era.
No,
That's not why we're taking away from him. It's
Yeah.
just that he's not a traditional point guard. And to put him over Chris Paul, Isaiah Thomas, Jason Kidd,
Future
Steve
Hall
Nash,
of Famers is blasphemous.
Yeah.
I
and
think
these
I
are
sent
people
you that
who
message.
epitomize what a point guard is.
That's true. That's true. A team leader. And I mean, even on the Golden State Warriors, he's not the even leader. Draymond Green is the
Yeah.
leader of that squad.
That's your heart and soul right there. As
He
much as I
is.
hate him, I only hate him because he's not on my team.
Yeah.
As much as I hate Draymond Green, that's your leader right there.
It is. Like, and I mean, even the fact that when Steph Curry was sitting out those games, Draymond Green stepped it up and was averaging triple doubles. Had almost 4 triple
He
doubles.
gets so good, man.
I don't know. But I mean, I watched him when he was with Michigan. So he was balling in.
Yeah.
But it just seems like now, like, the championship backs up that big mouth that he has.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You take Draymond Green out the Warriors, are they still the same squad? I don't think so. I don't. So, I mean, I know some of you are like, oh, y'all are hating. So, I don't care. I can be petty forever.
It's just an opinion.
Yeah.
Petty pentagram.
Yeah,
Petty
I can be petty forever if I chose to. But I mean, it's just being real about it. I mean, it's just stating facts. Like, I mean, yeah, everything we're saying it's we're opinionated, but it's laced with facts.
Yeah.
And that's all we can do. I mean, you can't tell me this list right here wasn't opinionated because the damn show wasn't backed up by numbers.
No. Yeah, because they compared, another guy compared Isaiah Thomas's stats with Steph Curry's stat as opposed to how many years Steph Curry's been in the league.
Yeah.
And where Isaiah Thomas was at the same moment in time.
Right.
No comparison.
None.
No comparison.
Whatsoever.
Especially on the assist side.
Yeah.
Like, it was just...
Like, and I mean, that's the job of a point guard, is to assist. Like, so, say what you want. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Like, I'm ready for the next topic.
What we got? Texans.
You didn't yawn this time. You didn't yawn this time. So, here we go. Let me see. Our season in a nutshell was during the third quarter of the playoff game against the Chiefs, where Bill O'Brien.
I thought it was the first quarter.
Well, yeah.
The first half. The first half.
But when Bill O'Brien brought in Vince Wilfork and J.J. Watt to run offense, did you see that?
I didn't see it. I actually did not see the game. I saw bits and pieces of it. I was at work.
You're lucky you didn't.
But
yeah, he literally brought them in to run the ball, and I'm like, well, shoot, I mean, that's the most offense. Yes, that's the most offense that we.
Was he supposed to be the fullback?
What was
the play? Set the play up.
In this situation, Vince was the center.
Okay.
JJ was behind center.
Because he can't. Yeah, he's a good snapper. Okay.
Yeah, so he snapped the ball to JJ, and I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna throw the ball. He
runs it?
Yeah, he runs it. And we actually lose yardage.
This was in the red zone, right?
Yes.
We were, okay, I remember.
And then the very next play,
interception.
Brian Hoyer threw an interception. That defines our season in a nutshell.
It's like, oh my God, we're in the red zone.
And there it went.
Is that an interception? Yeah.
It's
an interception. It's like they build you up so much. We started at 2-5, and then we went 7-2. It's like, oh my God, we're here.
And rooting.
We crashed real fast.
But see,
we scored 0 points.
0
points.
0.
When was the last time that happened? It's been a while.
In a playoff game.
It's been a while.
It's been a long while.
I think they said 70s or something. It's been a long time.
But what gets me is rooting for these Houston teams, like the Texans, the Rockets, the Astros. Is really like a bad relationship.
Okay.
And if anybody knows
about bad
relationships,
it's us.
It's us. Well, mostly
especially
me. Especially me. If anybody knows about bad relationships, it's me. And rooting for them is just you just want them to get their stuff together.
It's like you hold on to the potential. It's like, this team can be great.
Yes.
We're going to get there. This team is young. Speaking about the Texans, this is a young team. The youngest team in the league. We got it. We'll figure it out. Bob McNair will come to his senses. He'll draft a quarterback. He'll pay money for a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And it just doesn't happen.
You're
just living off of potential.
And potential can't make stuff work. You gotta put in effort. You gotta put I almost lost myself there.
You have to trust.
Yeah, trust.
Trust in.
Trust.
Your office. Everybody in your office to help this team. Trust in your coaches, Bob.
Yes.
Ask Bill O'Brien what he want to do. Not what you want to do.
Not what you want to do.
Because it ain't working. It hasn't worked since 2002.
And it's not all about you all the time.
It's not. You're just the owner. You sit back. I guarantee you, what's his name? Robert Kraft of the Pats. I don't think he's that involved in the Patriots.
Nah.
He sits back, let his GM, his scouts, his coaches do what they need to do.
So, my thing is, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out the replacement. Mm-hmm. Because clearly Brian Hoyer isn't the answer.
And let me just say this. Everybody wants to say Rick Smith needs to be fired. I will tell you this. I don't think it's all Rick Smith's fault.
No.
That was getting back to the fact of me saying Bob McNair, I think he's too involved with the draft and with player signings and all of that. That's my opinion. From the outside looking in, I think that's what's happening.
Okay.
And I'm not going to blame Rick Smith completely for our drafts and or lack thereof.
Yeah, I mean,
So.
Clowney.
I like Clowney. I was all for Clowney. I'm just going to tell you that.
Yeah.
I was like, I hope we pick Clowney.
But see, with me, let me just go ahead and throw this out there. I'm an Alabama fan. Roll Tide. Roll Tide. I'm an Alabama fan. So what bothered me about that draft was the fact that we needed a quarterback. Mm-hmm. We decided to go defense. But in that same draft, you had A.J. McCarron.
You still had Teddy Bridgewater left.
Yes.
In the second round. Like, come on,
like,
man.
Quarterbacks with potential. Like, but in thinking about replacements, I mean, looking at what A.J. McCarron did the latter part of the season for the Bengals, I mean, that should be an option that we should try to go down.
And then you see Derek Carr and how he's coming into his own.
Yeah.
A couple years later, I think. Actually, I don't even know. Let me stop lying. I don't know what Bob McNair goes for when he picks up these backup quarterbacks and these third string quarterbacks and brings them in. Actually, not Bob McNair. I don't know who's bringing these people in.
But you know what's worse? Like, our only viable backup was Brandon Whedon. So it was like taking Brian Hoyer out of the game is like, okay, like what? Like, we had no...
Why would you do that?
Yeah, we had no other options. But it has been circulating around. I know some of you have probably seen this online about RG3, Robert Griffin III, coming to the Texans. I don't know how I feel about that because Robert Griffin III had a stellar rookie year, but it's like after that he's fallen off since.
Yeah.
And I mean, mostly some of it's been because of injury, him not getting along with the coaching staff. But I'm like, why not? Why can't we just take someone who doesn't come with baggage?
Right.
Baggage. Tell me about that. I'm sorry. I'm salty. Why can't we get just a quarterback who just doesn't come with all the extra? Yeah. Like, Johnny Manziel shouldn't even be mentioned in the running to be a Houston quarterback.
He shouldn't even be mentioned to be in the running to start anywhere.
Yeah.
No.
Like, some people, I heard them say on First Take the other day that it would be great for Johnny Manziel to go to Dallas because he can learn under Tony Romo. What is he going to learn? Like, the comparison they made was so blasphemous. They were like, yeah, Johnny Manziel learning under Tony Romo is like Aaron Rodgers learning under Brett Favre.
Who is who?
Yeah.
Who is who? Who is who here?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers? Discount double check? No. Brett Favre, you're comparing Tony Romo
with two playoff victories.
No. First of all, you're comparing Johnny Manziel to Aaron Rodgers. That's
the first
ridiculous.
place where you messed up.
And then you got to compare Tony Romo to Brett Favre.
Who does that?
ESPN.
ESPN. Yeah, ESPN. Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, no. Are there even any good quarterbacks coming out in the draft this year? I mean, and...
Truthfully, I don't even keep up with college football, so...
I mean, I do, but I mean, as far as, like, potential, like, just number one quarterbacks that are coming out, like, I don't see that in the draft.
Right.
Like, I don't. And I mean, as far as, like, free agent quarterbacks, I mean, quarterbacks that could potentially be traded. I mean, you have Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's a big quarterback.
Yeah.
And he may need to get out of Detroit. Mm-hmm. So that would possibly be a good option. Like I started off with A.J. McCarron. I mean, he proved his worth that he could potentially, given a full season and a good offensive line and a running game, like, he could potentially be a good starting quarterback. I mean, because he did it with Alabama.
Yeah.
He did it. He proved himself with Alabama. But I'm just sorry. Like, don't sit up here and try to feed me RG3 and Johnny Manziel like we're supposed to be happy with that, because we're going to be having the same conversation next year, and then the year after that. And then after they finally realize we're going to end up having to draft a quarterback, and then we're going to have to wait all that time for him to even to be good. Like,
at least 2 years.
At least 2
No
years.
one's going to be great
starting out
of college.
like at all.
Let's just put it out there.
Like at all. So I don't know. I don't know. Texans, we got to do better.
What do the Texans need? The Texans need a running back.
They do, because I'm sorry. Please just cut Arian Foster.
I don't know why people are so like unhappy that the rumors are out there saying that Arian Foster may be cut. Like, why are you unhappy? Yeah, he's good when he's healthy.
Yeah, but he hasn't been healthy.
When was the last time he played a full season? Has he ever played a full season? No.
Like it all, and then once again, I say after he got that big contract, his production went down. Like, I'm sorry, you can't give me Arian Foster. I'm sorry. And then somebody actually brought this up about Arian Foster. They were like, it's funny how, he comes out and says he doesn't believe in God, he doesn't believe this and all this other stuff, and then the direct week after he says that, he tears his ACL. That's karma, or higher intervention, or whatever. Something. I don't know, man. Like,
it's something though.
Yeah, I mean, and thinking about a replacement as a running back, Marshawn Lynch isn't going back to the Seahawks.
No.
Like,
people are also talking about bringing Marshawn here. I'm like, you're gonna let go of an aging, injury-prone running back for another aging, probably injury-prone now.
Temperamental.
He brings a lot of baggage. Bob McNair likes choir boys.
Bob
McNair likes choir boys. So he's not going to bring anybody here that has as many problems as he does.
Yeah. So. And on to my Seahawks. I'm not.
Oh, wait, we're not done.
Oh.
The Texans need a running back, a quarterback, offensive line,
and another receiver.
Yeah, receiver number 2.
Yeah,
right.
Another receiver. Because Hopkins, he was doing a great job, breakout season.
4 different quarterbacks.
4 of them.
4.
But it's like he needs someone to take some of that attention off of him.
Yeah.
Now, if Andre Johnson would have stayed and would have just went to a reduced role, that could have potentially been a little bit better.
Yeah.
That it could have been better. But then, look at what happened to him. He left a good thing to go to where he thought the grass was going to be greener. And what happened? That quarterback.
Grass was dead.
Yeah, dead. Gone. Like,
grass was dead.
Come on now, man. Like, I'm sorry. It's just certain stuff that's going on now that you just can't feed me no more. You just can't make me believe anymore. I'm sorry. Like, no. But can I get this one joke off about my Seahawks, though?
And I'm pretty sure I know who or what you're talking about here. What this is gonna.
So I saw this post, and it was so funny, and it was talking about Sierra.
I knew it.
Yeah, it was talking about Sierra, and it was basically like how her love life has become a real life Tyler Perry movie. And that's true. Like,
how has it become a real life Tyler Perry movie, Jay?
Well, let's start off. She was in a horrible relationship with a guy who wasn't doing her no good, who was on the
typical Tyler Perry.
Typical Tyler Perry movie. Dark skinned fella.
Oh man, yeah. Okay.
Dark skinned fella. Let's start that out there. Okay. Then she ended up getting with a nice Christian, God fearing, light skinned fella. Tyler Perry movie. Tyler Perry movie. So
there's always a Captain Sable.
It is. So yeah, and in all honesty, they should have never made it past. Who was that? The Minnesota Vikings.
Right. Yeah, they got lucky.
That kicker had one job.
They got lucky.
Lucky.
And I hated it had to end like that because poor Walsh.
Yeah.
It wasn't his fault. He was the only one that was scoring points all damn game anyway.
Yeah, really.
So why would it be his fault in the end? I don't know why the fans were, talking so much crap about him. And you need to talk to the holder. Laces out.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura. Not Ace Ventura. Is it Ace Ventura?
Uh, Hold on, say the reference. Let me see.
Laces out. Anyway.
I'm I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna have that answer for next show. Yeah, I'm gonna have that on for next show. But yeah, I mean, whew, yeah, that's sad. That's sad. I'm tired.
You agree.
It's-
Still think about the Texans.
Oh, she does that whenever we talk about the Texans. She just yawns.
It just comes out of nowhere.
It just comes back. That's crazy. Okay. Next topic. Next topic, guys. I know once again y'all have been up on social media to certain things that have been happening and stuff like that. The Oscars, the people boycotting the Oscars and there being no black nominees and stuff like that. It's like that has just spiraled out of control. Like it has. I mean, you have Jada giving her opinions. You got Will giving his. I mean, you have Aunt Vivian giving hers.
The original.
Yeah, the original Aunt Viv giving hers. It was funny. I was watching his and hers the other day, and Marlon Wayans was on there, and he made a great point. He was like, Aunt Viv is talking like Will hit it and then dissed her. Like, she's just shady. Like,
Yeah, all the personal attacks towards Will and Jada was not necessary.
it was really
What
out of
she was
bounds.
saying, aside from that, made sense.
Yeah.
Like, complete sense. You had to step back and be like, you sure right.
But it's like when she prefaces her argument was like, well, first of all, sister girl. Like, wait a minute. First of all, you're too old to be using sister girl in a sentence. Like,
Or maybe that's why she used it. Because I don't use sister girl.
yeah, I mean,
Maybe that is old.
yeah,
We'll
but
give her that one.
yeah, we'll let her slide on that one. When it's like when you start off an
But when you
argument,
say sister girl, that's disrespectful, first of all. First of all, sister girl.
yeah, like, come on now, man. Like, and then I mean, you have Stacey Dash who's talking about. You saw that shade that she just did. You saw it. Yeah, you have Stacey Dash giving her idiotic opinions.
I thought we traded her.
Who did we trade her for?
Rachel Dolezal.
Okay. Right.
Ellen DeGeneres. Like, we'll take anybody. Adele. Look.
Give me Adele.
We'll take Adele.
Hello.
We, the black delegation, would like to
It's
trade
me.
Stacey Dash for Adele. All those in favor say aye.
Yeah. So, if the fourth quarter has anything to do with it, she's gone already.
She gone.
Like, but it's just spiraled out of control. Now you have BET posting pictures on their Instagram saying, "Hey, well, you remember when you was on that episode? Can we get that check back?" Like, I mean,
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Mm.
You sure didn't have a problem taking money from that same network that you say should be canceled and done away with. Come on, man.
Yeah, nah, come on. Like, but at the same time, you know what? I really do believe this once again that the media is up to their old tricks because this is just yet another thing to distract us from what's going on. Like, because some of you, well, I know some of you know, some of you probably don't know if you don't keep up with stuff like that. But do you know that there's more coverage about the Oscars and everything like that than there is with the water crisis in Flint, Michigan? Like,
I'm donating some water today, actually. There's 3 drop spots in Houston.
Let me
And
know.
we'll post those too, yeah.
Yeah, we'll post those on
I
here.
think one of them, they're accepting donations, baby wipes, sanitizer, water, of course, until I think the 26th.
Yeah, I'd love to donate to that. And if you guys would love to donate too, we'll post that in the ending credits of the show, just so you guys can, just so we can give back. But I'm just, like, I had one professor before, and it was like, we control the media. Let's not let the media control us. Because if we stop watching this crap, if we stop co-signing this crap, but it could potentially go away. Like it could. Like, the media agendas, like that, like, that's pointless. Like, it's oh my God.
My brain hurts.
It does.
From trying to get my point across as to why Stacey Dash was wrong. Like, it got to the point where someone compared black people to Jews. A religious group, by the way. They compared a religious group to a racial group. being that Jews are not discriminated on just by looking at them.
Right.
Tell me the difference between a Caucasian Jew and a Caucasian non-Jew. Physically, what's the difference?
Not at all.
Exactly.
Not
Like,
at
you
all.
can't compare a religious group to a racial group. And what kills me is when people say, hey, how can we get rid of racism? Stop talking about it.
No, because stop talking about it. That's what
Like,
what they would prefer.
Like, why not say, hey, just stop being racist? Why do we have to stop talking about it? Why is it our fault that we point out the obvious? Or maybe not the obvious. Why is it our fault that we point out that we're being discriminated against based on the color of our skin? Why is it our fault that we want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Why isn't it the fault of other people who continue to do it?
Yeah.
It's like, stop talking about it.
Like,
racism will go away. No, it won't.
It
What?
won't. Like,
Give me a plan. Give me a plan how not talking about racism is going to just let it vanish into thin air.
and once again, I don't know if I've said this on the show before, but it shows you really the state of America when a political candidate like Donald Trump is still leading in the polls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Bernie Sanders coming up, though.
Yeah.
Democratic nominee.
Yeah. He has one platform.
I don't think he's gonna get it though. They don't want him in there.
Yeah, I mean, he has one platform I agree with though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has, you know,
I
one.
like Bernie Sanders to some extent.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like I'm at the point now to where it's like, that's who am I voting for? Anybody but Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anybody but
Anybody
him.
but Trump.
Anybody but him. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's sad. It's sad how things are beginning to go. Just with everything now. Like, everything now is either this is racist, that isn't racist. Like, I grew up. I didn't know race.
Right.
Like, I didn't know this person was black, this person was white. I mean, I knew I was black. I mean, because I'm dark skinned. I knew I was black. But I mean, I didn't know there was a distinction between my Hispanic homie or my white homie. I just know, okay, hey, we were all cool.
Cool, yeah.
You know, like, and in all honesty, I wouldn't say I'm racist. I'm not. I'm prejudiced because I don't have to know you not to like you. Like, and we all have our prejudices, you know, with certain things. I mean, like, you know, like with me, I'm prejudiced against the way people drive. Like, if you drive bad, if you don't use your blinker, in my mind, I don't care what race you are. You're an idiot.
I can't trust you.
I can't. Like, I can't. Like, so I don't know, man. I wish and I pray for better days, but it's just like, man, like what can you do? Like, what more can you do?
Supposedly, you just stop talking about it, it'll go away.
Let's try that.
Oh, there's somebody being racist right there.
Man.
There's another one. Dang. We tried.
Oh, somebody just called me a nigga on Instagram. We tried. We tried. Man,
And no, y'all cannot have Black History Month back.
Yeah.
No. Until Black history is placed into school curriculum, because it is American history, like Morgan Freeman said, it's American history. Until it's placed into school history in your U.S. history class, y'all can't have Black History Month.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But you know what? I heard somebody make a good argument about like all of these award shows before, and I think it was Charlemagne from The Breakfast Club. I rarely agree with anything that he says, but this made a lot of sense because when the Grammy nominations came out, like Omarion didn't get nominated for supposed to be. It was a lot of black artists who didn't get nominated whatsoever, you know. And what Charlemagne said was, it's crazy how black artists keep trying to look. What?
Go ahead. I'm ready for this.
Oh yeah.
What you got?
No, he was like, it's crazy how black artists are constantly seeking validation from, you know, other outlets when it's clear that they don't want to be a part of it at all.
Yeah.
You know, like, but when it comes to the BET Awards or, you know, stuff like that, they never show up. Like, I can't even remember the last time Beyonce and Jay-Z was at the BET Awards. Like, so, do you want to seek validation, from others, or do you just want to be recognized, period?
They just want to be recognized on a larger scale.
Yeah, but
and for whatever reason, I don't know, the comedian Pierre said, you don't make it once you're recognized by these people. You make it when you can afford to feed your family and pay your bills off of your craft.
Right.
You don't make it when you start getting white money, so to speak.
Yeah.
You don't make it when you start getting Hollywood money.
Yeah.
If you can go and do what you want to do, you want to be a comedian, you want to be an artist, if you can go and do that every day, all day, and you can afford to feed your family, pay your bills, have health insurance and all of this, if you can afford to do that, you made it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need validation from anybody.
I'm with you. You know what? I was going to save this announcement. I was going to save it, but I do have an announcement, ladies and gentlemen.
Dun, dun, dun.
As some of you who are watching know me personally, and some of you have probably seen me on Instagram, things like that. But I've come to the decision that I'm going to start stand-up comedy.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing stand-up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Cause I don't know, like, I love making people laugh. I love, I don't know, I just have a story to tell. I have a story to tell. And I don't know, I really feel as though I would be great at it. So, when shows come up and things like that, you guys will hear about it first. And if I'm not good or whatever the case may be, just let me know. But I saw this one post, and you know what? With all the negative stuff that's going on, I think I'm gonna end the show on a positive post. I don't know if some of you have seen that that on Facebook by Steve Harvey where I was talking about just jump. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like,
I saw that. That hit me.
It did.
That hit me.
It did, because that was powerful. And I'm not gonna go into detail about the video because I'm about to show it next. But it was just basically talking about, like, you never know what dreams, what blessings, whatever your life has to offer if you don't jump. If you don't step out on that ledge, if you don't step out on faith.
If you don't leave that job that you don't like.
Yeah. You'll never know
what happens.
You'll never know, because he was saying that life is more than just paying bills.
And this is coming from somebody who struggled to get to this point of him honing his craft and making money off of it.
Yeah.
He started in clubs in Dallas, little small clubs. He struggled. He was homeless. So when he speaks about it, you gotta listen.
You have
because
to
he's
listen.
been through it.
Yeah, you have to. So, thank you, Steve. If you may be watching, hopefully, one day somebody.
Marjorie, what's up, girl?
Yeah.
I see you.
Thank you, because that's something that I needed to see, and it just helped me make that decision, So, be on the lookout for me, man. Just be on the lookout for me. Like, I really plan on taking this further. I really do. That doesn't mean we stop doing the fourth quarter.
Right.
It doesn't mean that whatsoever. All that means is just that when I'm on stage, I plan on bringing us more viewers. And just flourishing. That's what I want to do in 2016. I want to flourish and be the best me that I can be. So that's about it.
I think I'm gonna start baking.
Bacon.
I like bacon.
Like bacon, or baking.
Baking.
That's
Sorry,
cool.
my enunciation.
Hey, what?
Baking.
Well, no,
Baking. I like baking.
Well, I haven't eaten all day, so in my mind,
bacon.
Bacon. In my mind, it was bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never knew you liked to bake.
I never knew I did either.
Really?
Until I started maybe like a couple months ago. Yeah.
Really? Hey. Or do you like to cook?
No.
You don't like to cook?
I like to cook to survive, but I don't like to cook just to cook.
See, I cook. They call me Chef Boy GOOD. They do. Chef
Okay,
Boy.
okay.
Yeah, Chef Boy GOOD. Like, and search that hashtag on Instagram, guys, and it's exactly how I said it. Chef Boy G, the word double OD. Yeah. And I mean, I love to cook. I love to cook. You know, that's one of my many talents. But yeah,
Maybe we can start a company then. See, look,
hey,
we already figuring something out. He cook, I bake.
hey, really.
We got comedy.
I mean, shoot, we babysit. Shoot. I mean, whatever you need, man. Like whatever you need, we got it.
We got it.
And if we ain't got it, we gonna get it.
We gonna get it.
So
get it while the getting's good.
get it while the getting is good. Right on. Hey guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your host Cardo,
Ladybug.
and we will catch y'all later, ladies and gentlemen. We normally end the show on the dab, but it's kind of 2016, and the dab has kind of gone out now. And I mean, no. Okay, before we go, I know I said we was going to go a second ago, but before we go, I was at work the other day, and there was this parking lot attendant who was pushing, baskets up to the front. And if you know anything about force and about moving objects, like, he pushed the basket in front of him so the basket kept rolling, right? But behind the basket, he was doing the run off on the plug dance. I was like, really?
You don't push these baskets
Yeah,
up into this
just
crowd.
push these, like, these baskets ain't the plug. You ain't got to run off on them.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
I can't believe that's the dance.
yeah. Like, all that is just a new age running, man.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. And then, by the way, because before I turned my life around, one thing that I can tell you, you don't run off on the plug. Like, and second of all,
Not twice.
Not twice. Like, and second of all, were you at the plug's house? Like, did the plug not have a car? Like,
did he come to your car? Did you go to the door?
Like, and I don't know if you've met up with a plug before, but before I got my life together, you got to give the plug the money before the plug gives you.
That's right. You go to, you give the plug the money.
Yeah.
Before you get your stuff.
And I mean, this is just all stuff that I just seen in movies and stuff like that. I don't know about it.
Talking about shoes, y'all.
Yeah, personal.
Shoes.
Yeah, shoes.
The shoe plug.
The shoe plug. Y'all know. Yeah. You can't just run off on it. Shoe plug, yeah. I hope we be back next week. If YouTube don't kick us off by then.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll be alright.
Yeah,
I've seen worse stuff.
Yeah,
on
shoot.
YouTube.
Yeah, I have.
If not, we'll just upload it straight to Facebook.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna see it somehow.
You're gonna see it somehow. So, on that note, people, thank y'all again. Stay tuned for the video that's coming next, because if you need some inspiration, you need something that's going to help you get through the rest of your day, watch this video by Steve Harvey, guys. And y'all be blessed. Take care. That was a good one. Where's the stop button?
I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to tell you something that every successful person has to do, including you. Believe it or not, every successful person in this world has jumped. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. You are going to have to jump. You cannot just exist in this life. You have got to try to live. If you are waking up thinking that there's got to be more to your life than it is, man, believe that it is. Believe in your heart of hearts that it is. But to get to that life, you're going to have to jump. I'll tell you why I call it jumping. See, God, when he created all of us, he gave every last one of us a gift at birth. He never created a soul without endowing them with a gift. You just got to quit looking at gifts as running, jumping, singing, dancing. It's more than that. It's if you know how to network, if you can connect dots, if you draw, if you teach. Some of y'all fry chicken better than anybody else, bake pie. Some of you cut hair, color hair. Some people do grass. I got a partner, man, never wanted to go out with us because we stayed out too late. Come on, man, go out with me. No, I got to get up early, Mom, cutting Miss Johnson's grass. We kept laughing at this dude, cutting grass. How much they pay you? He got a landscaping company in Cleveland worth $4 million. Because all he do is cut grass. But he was gifted at it. I got a partner on a detail shop, make $800,000 a year detailing cars. He got 6 mobile trucks running around. $800,000 a year. All he do is detail cars. That's his gift. That's what he loved to do. You've got to identify that gift. Now listen to me. When you see people in life, when you're standing on the cliff of life and you see people soaring by, when you see people soaring, going to exotic places, you hear about them doing wonderful things. Maybe you look up the street and your neighbor just gets a car every year, every 2 years. You know, how is he doing that? Have you ever thought, maybe this person right here has identified their gift and is living in their gift? Because your Bible says, your Bible says your gift will make room for you. Your gift, not your education. You go get an education, that's nice. But if you don't use your gift, that education only going to take you so far, man. I know a lot of people got degrees, man. They ain't even using them. It's your gift. But the only way for you to soar is you got to jump. You got to take that gift that's packed away on your back. You got to jump off that cliff and pull that cord. That gift opens up and provides the soar. If you don't ever use it, you're going to just go to work. And if you're getting up going to work on a job every day that you hate going to, that ain't living, man. You just existed. At one point in time, you ought to see what living's like. But the only way to see what living like, you got to jump. And here's the problem. I'm going to just be real with you. When you first jump, let me tell you something. Your parachute will not open right away. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you it did, but it don't. When you jump, it's not going to open right away. You're going to hit them rocks. You're going to get some skin tore off on them cliffs. You're going to get all your clothes tore off. You're going to get some cuts on you. You're going to be bleeding pretty bad. But eventually, the parachute has to open. That is a promise of God. That ain't a theory, that's a promise. His promises is true, because listen to me. You cannot name one single thing God has not gotten you through. Name it. And if he ain't got you through it, he currently pulling you through it right now. And the living proof of it is you sitting in here. If he hadn't got you through it, you wouldn't even be here. So if he ain't never not got you through it, why would he not let your parachute open? It has to open, man. But you got to jump, though. Now, here's another thing. You can play it safe and deal without the cuts and the tears. And you can stand on that cliff of life forever safe. But if you don't jump, I got another promise I can make you. Your parachute will never open. You'll never know. You'll never know what God really has for you. See, your God has a wonderful life for you. Once again, I'm going to refer to your Bible. Now, you go down there, you memorize these scriptures, you don't apply them to yourself. Your Bible says that he comes to give you life and give you life more abundantly. If I were you, I would jump. Because that's the only way to get to that abundant life. You got to jump, man. You got to take a chance. Now, when I get through talking, there are those of you who discuss this in the car. Well, I got bills, and I got bills. Whether you stay on the cliff or you jump, you're going to have bills. Well, if I quit my job, I'm going to ruin my credit. If you got a job, you living check to check. Even if you got A1 credit, you can't buy nothing else no damn way. At one point in time, man, do yourself a favor. Go see what God really do. God hold you up, man. He ain't going to let you fall. He ain't bring you this far to let you fall. Do yourself a favor, man. Before you leave this world, before you die, jump. Just jump one time. Just jump. Thank you very much.